2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trailblazers as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, they're in a little bit of a skid now. There's no other way to put it. Whatever momentum they may have had early in the season has gone away here as we've reached the midway point. And Damian Lillard has been in the top tier of point guards ever since he came into the league. You never hear much about him being the best point guard, but he has to be right up there. I mean, he's got to be right up. No, but he's got to be right up there.
Yeah, he's underrated, though. The fans underrate him.
The point I'm trying to make, Kenny, if you let me finish, he's got to be right up there.
Okay, I thought you said
Is he got to be right up there?
He's up there. I'm just saying that we don't hear about him being the best because he's not. But he is close. He is close. He's in the top.
Kind of reminds me of what I said. He's up there.
He's up there.
How close is he up there?
I mean, he's up there pretty close. He gets overlooked by the media, and you know, but he's as good as any scorer at the point guard position in the league. He's up there.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you found this entertaining.
He's not the best, though.
He's up there.
If you didn't find it entertaining, I hope at least you found it time-consuming. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Back in Portland, the Trailblazers kick off the beginning of a homestand. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And, boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Hello, Kevin. Well, Blazers head coach Terry Stotts is one of the more respected offensive minds in the game. He said, "I like to give our players freedom to read the defense and make plays. I like philosophically that I don't know who's going to get the shot. That's going to cause a problem for the defense. Keep them guessing, Kevin."
And as always, thanks, DA. That kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D. And for the Blazers, Greg, you could make the case they possess the second-best backcourt in the NBA after the Splash Brothers with Lillard and McCollum.
Yeah, certainly offensively. I mean, they're just about unguardable. The questions begin at the other end. And when you factor in defense, I think you can find some debate there as some other groups tend to do a better job on that side of the ball.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And Portland starts out with the ball. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. Filling out the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Collins is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Feeds to Collins. And it's Portland with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, and they were just shaky at times when it mattered most in that game, and it cost them.
Yeah, Greg, I think you're right there. At major turning points, they miss a series of shots, they make some mistakes, and it led to the wipeout.
4 on the clock. Here's Nurkic. The shot off that time. Prince with the defensive effort. And here's Atlanta. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor.
It's stolen by Davis. McCollum up top. He's covered by Bazemore. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And C.J. McCollum, the league's most improved player in 2016, won it easily.
I like the quiet confidence of C.J. McCollum, who just was waiting for the minutes. I think he felt like he was capable of doing these things. He just needed the time. And with the time he got, he took full advantage of it. One of the best scorers now in the NBA.
Gentlemen,
2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, if shooting is a priority, then teams are prioritizing what it is that C.J. McCollum can do to the likes of an offensive system. The guy is remarkable, is smooth, gets anywhere he wants to on the floor, and scores with incredible efficiency. I know we fall in love with the 3-ball, but C.J. McCollum may be the best overall mid-range young scorer that the NBA has to offer.
And McCollum, a master of the pull-up. Brent, big men lay back on him at their peril.
He's got such tremendous handle, Kevin. He can shake guys and just get them off balance. I always feel like C.J. McCollum is playing in second gear, toying with the defense, and once he hits fourth gear, look out.
Now here's Turner. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
This is the area that Evan Turner has built his house, the mid-range, finding his way into the paint and scoring the basketball.
Lillard against Schroeder. Prince outside. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. 5 on the clock. Here's Bazemore. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. Well, you remember you had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
A free throw dropped for Bazemore.
Well, Bazemore showing what every lefty has, and that's craftiness. Just uses his body very well and takes smart shots within the offense.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
There he is, the product out of Kelford, North Carolina. Kent Bazemore has come a very long way during his short time in the NBA. Speaking of Kelford, that's got to be one of those places where everybody knows who you are, and Bazemore has that easygoing vibe when you get a chance to meet him.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And hard scrabble beginnings for Bazemore. Winters without heat. His mom worked 3 jobs to support the family. But what a success story for Kent Bazemore.
Yeah, an incredible story. You can see the work ethic that Kent Bazemore has and how those things have paid off for him. This is a guy who went undrafted, waited for an opportunity, and then pounced on it. The thing is with Kent Bazemore now, are you the type of player who wants to spend the money that you've earned, or do you want to earn the money that you've been given?
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Back to Nurkic. 3-pointer Lillard. It's not going to go for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And Bazemore kicks to Dedmon. Here's Prince. It's Prince on the wing. Lillard against Schroeder. Back to Prince. Goes back up. Good work defensively by Turner.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Hawks.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
And the Hawks with possession here. Schroeder dishes to Prince. Bucket is good. Prince has got 5 points so far. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Lillard with a screen for Turner. Dishes it to Lillard. Portland keeps it going with the new shot clock. It doesn't go for him.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Damian Lillard.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
And Dennis Schroeder plays the game with a real flair. Tremendous confidence in his abilities.
Well, sometimes that gets him in a bit of trouble too, Kevin. You got to minimize some of the energy that you put into the antics that are happening around the game and put that kind of energy back into the game. But still a talented young point guard and a guy who wants to measure himself up against the best in the league every night.
And he knocks down the first one. Shabazz Napier's checked in for Lillard. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
Now here's Schroeder following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Here's Collins, hoping to put that miserable performance against Phoenix behind him tonight. Here's Bazemore. No good. In and out off the rim. Trailblazers trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nurkic, and that time also a missed shot.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Now here's Schroeder. Not a lot of room. Count that one. Dedmon's got his first 2 points.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
McCollum outside. Tries from 16. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. Rebound by the Hawks. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take.
And here's a look at the stats for Dennis Schroeder. He's been more than solid over the last month. 12th in assists, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And he really is the consummate playmaker. Always keeping his head on a swivel. Searching for the open man. Completely unselfish basketball player. Here's Nurkic. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Portland. Now here's Bazemore. He's guarded closely. He kicks it to Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. Now here's Schroeder. And Davis pulls it down.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often. I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Here's Napier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Turner with the screen. Nurkic a screen on Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The turnaround, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Aminu comes in for Ed Davis. And Harkless is subbed in for Turner. And here's Atlanta. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Defended by Harkless. Back to Taylor. And stolen by Napier. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Harkless the pass to Napier. Here's Connaughton. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that's a foul. Called on Miles Plumlee. That's his first foul. Here's Napier. The feed to Harkless. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Harkless has got his first 3 points of the game. The Hawks leading. Outside, Taylor. There's the dish to Plumlee. Now the pass to Delaney. Kicks it to Taylor. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. To the right side. Got a piece of it.
A great shot blocker from the combo forward. Aminu's length helping him there.
Here's Napier looking for his first basket still in this one. Collins kicks to Aminu, and Aminu slams it in.
That's a great way to fire up your teammates. Aminu has the explosiveness to come up with monster dunks like that.
Taylor with the ball, and looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Knocks down the 3 ball. We've seen the shift in offensive strategy. Brent, more threes, more spacing, better flow, opening up driving lanes and opportunities to make at least one quick move to the basket. What have defenses been doing on the other side trying to counteract those trends?
I think the biggest trend that you see, Kevin, is the switching defenses. So many rosters now constructed of guys who have the ability to get off of a screen and to pick up a perimeter player. And that's not for 24 seconds, but 5 or 6 seconds being able to contain dribble penetration and challenge deep threes. So the switching aspect of NBA defense, that is a trend.
And the basket by Napier.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Now here's Taylor. In the corner, it's Delaney. Clock at 6. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Don't usually see him shooting the 3. He's got 6. Trailblazers trail by 5. Napier dishes to Harkless. They set the screen. Napier kicks to Aminu. Rebound, Atlanta.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Here's Delaney. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Offensive rebound. Plumlee. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. Portland's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Pass to Connaughton. Napier kicks to Connaughton. Over Muscala. It's tipped. Here's Delaney. That's tipped. And now Portland on the break. Here's Connaughton. Here's Harkless. Up and in on the layup. Harkless has got 5 now.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Got it from 16 feet.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Napier passes to Harkless. That's short off the rim. Atlanta leading by 5. but they'll get another chance. Here's Muscala. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Here's Napier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Outside, Taylor. Here's the screen. In the corner, it's Delaney. Down low. Here's Napier. Here's Connaughton. Back to McCollum. Here's the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Hawks lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their deep.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Muscala and Plumlee the bigs. And it's Delaney in at the 2 guard. Inside, here's Collins, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
More and more, Damian Lillard becoming that dangerous playmaker. Does a great job there finding the open man. And the Blazers have a number of playmakers on their roster, and I think that takes the offensive load off of guys like Lillard and McCollum to score. Maybe a reason why Evan Turner was added to the roster. Try to get some guys in motion, maybe less attention to these guys playing in isolation to create some scoring opportunities.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game. No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Here's Collins. Now Aminu. Just 5 on the clock. And here's McCollum. They get it again. Here's Collins. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Taylor dishes to Muscala. Passes it to Delaney. He feeds it to Plumlee. Outside, Taylor. And stolen by Lillard. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4, and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender, and I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with. Taylor's shot, good.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
This is sort of the joust of the NBA where the aggressive player, more often than not, wins out.
Now here's McCollum. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
The defender does a good job of contesting there, but McCollum's skill set and focus, they win out.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. Hey, Brent, what's more important, offense or defense? Some guys are great at both.
Well, offense is sometimes what you get paid for, Kevin, but defense is where you need a buy-in. And so to me, it's always the defense and the way that you construct that camaraderie on that end of the floor, that communication on that end of the floor, that's going to make the difference in your season.
Don't you love two-way players, though, guys that play hard at both ends? It's hard to do, but the guys that do it well really stand out.
Well, it's not football, Kevin. There's two sides that you have to play in basketball, and certainly the more equipped that you are to play both, the more playing time you're going to see for a coach.
Collins against Davis. And Davis sends it back.
It's a wonder we don't see more of that from Davis. He has the live legs and instincts to be a premier shot blocker in the league.
Davis sets a screen. Pass to Nurkic. Shoots from 12. Again, the Trailblazers score.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Now here's Bazemore. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Dedmon kicks to Prince. Here's Collins. And that one goes long. And here's Portland. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Lillard against Schroeder. Feeds it to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Screen by Nurkic. McCollum. Tries again. Nurkic can't hit. The Hawks trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Schroeder passes to Collins. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Screen by Nurkic, and Lillard kicks to Davis. Outside Turner to the inside, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Bazemore with it. He dishes it to Schroeder. Back to Bazemore. Three-pointer. Atlanta gets it back. Collins tries again. And Bazemore kicks to Collins. Atlanta working now with the new shot clock. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Bazemore. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Davis sets a screen. Dishes to Nurkic. They get it back with the second effort. Davis, the pass to Turner. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. The Hawks trail by 4. Schroeder, left side. It's stolen by Davis. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Screen by Nurkic, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, aside from that possession, they've done a pretty good job of keeping the turnovers way down this game.
Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Bazemore. He's guarded by McCollum. Bazemore dishes to Dedmon. He kicks to Schroeder. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
The one thing about Dennis Schroeder as a point guard that you have to respect is he's fearless about attacking the rim.
Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
First one falls for him. And the Hawks, known for their equal opportunity drive and kick offensive style. But, Greg, their three-point shooting percentage has cratered the last few seasons.
Yeah, and the way the league is going, that's something they'll have to fix. The free throw line, also an issue for this group. It's clear they're in search of more shooting.
Second free throw, no good. Trailblazers leading by 3 to the paint. Here's Lillard. Gets in and hoping this is the start of a new trend. 2 for 8 now from the field.
Well, compact and strong Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Prince kicks it over to Schroeder. Collins, a screen on Lillard. Schroeder passes to Collins. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Lillard with a screen for Turner. Davis inside. He's guarded by Collins. Davis dishes to Lillard. The 11-footer. It's Dedmon with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 3. Prince with it. Now defended by McCollum. Plenty of space. Atlanta with the rebound.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together. You cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
And Lillard kicks to Turner. There's the feed to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Davis. Atlanta with the rebound. Collins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lillard against Schroeder. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Screen by Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic a screen on Prince. And stolen by Prince. To the paint. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. It goes on Ed Davis.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Pat Connaughton comes in for McCollum, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Damian Lillard. And that one falls for Collins. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block through a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they, Brian?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
Portland with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Davis sets a screen. The pass to Turner. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. And now to our rookie leaderboard for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. A different look now for Portland. Collins checked in for Nurkic. Aminu comes in for Davis. And Harkless is subbed in for Turner. Here's the screen. 5 to shoot. With some arc. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
I I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
For the Hawks, Miles Plumlee comes in for Collins, and Taylor subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Taylor. There's the dish to Muscala. Down low, Harkless with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lays it up off the glass. Harkless has got his third basket of the night right there.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Outside, Taylor. Back to Muscala. The shot will not fall. And it's Portland the other way. And that's a foul called on Miles Plumlee. That's foul number 2 for him. Trailblazers trail by 4. They set the pick. Napier kicks to Connaughton. Pass to Harkless. He feeds it to Collins. Offensive rebound, Connaughton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one drops.
Portland, Oregon, the nation's 24th largest market. Fewer than half the TV households of Atlanta or Houston. But fortunately for the ownership group who has some available income, this is a team that's willing to get out there and spend to bring in a team that can compete for a championship.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's been over 4 decades since the Blazers' last NBA title.
This is a team that's willing and wanting to get back there. They're very hungry to get themselves back to championship caliber play. Certainly their backcourt is a great starting point.
Now here is Muscala. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 6 to shoot. That's tipped. 1:10 left to play here in the half. Connaughton kicks to Napier. Pass to Aminu. Uncovered. It's good. Aminu's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
He's getting more and more comfortable year by year. Aminu is becoming a tougher guy to stop on the offensive end.
Taylor passes to Muscala. To the inside. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Taylor. Here's Delaney. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Sinks the triple.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
17 seconds left in the first half. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Connaughton kicks to Harkless. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Harkless has got 10.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
It's all tied in Portland. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They came alive in the second quarter, gained a lot of ground, and now we're looking at a tie game heading into the second half. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. Their field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with greater efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Well, I see a team that's playing smart, moving the ball around to the open man, just taking what the defense gives them. There's a nice flow, a nice energy, a nice synergy to the game.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Mo Harkless has been sensational.
I'll tell you, the scoring he gave them in the first half really made the difference.
Well, the defense is paying attention to a lot of other guys. He's gotten some good looks, and he's done a great job of finishing those off.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Here's Schroeder. Lillard and McCollum, the star-studded backcourt. Evan Turner is out there with Davis, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Dedmon. Kicks to Bazemore. Collins dishes to Bazemore. That misses off the backboard. The Trailblazers shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Turner against Prince. It's tipped. They recover it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Lillard against Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. That's now 8 points for Nurkic.
Awesome concentration by Nurkic there to take his time in the post and make the shot look easy.
Now here's Bazemore. He's guarded by McCollum. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Prince has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Terry Stotts, one of the better coaches in this league, but he really does a great job of making sure that it's always about his players and never about him. One thing Portland has working in its favor is that they've dug in with Terry Stotts as their coach. They have that kind of continuity, and he allows these players to shine up here in the Pacific Northwest. That's when the sun comes out.
You talk about Terry Stotts empowering the players. He respects their independence, Brent, even as he's calling shots. He doesn't put himself above the team.
Well, there's no doubt about that. Terry Stotts has done a great job of establishing great relationships with his star players, his younger players, and the fact that they've been together, I think there's just a greater understanding of what he expects from them, the type of respect that they give him back, and it ends up working out very well for the Blazers.
And that one falls for Collins.
Still fresh on the minds is that 2015 season for the Atlanta Hawks when they won 60 games and a trip to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they've never quite recaptured that magic, and most of those players are gone, so time to rebuild.
And so Collins nails both of them. And Brent, the Hawks win total steadily diminishing over the last 2 seasons. What do you think happened?
Well, I think there's a couple of things going on. Maybe a team figured out some of what they do systematically, and then they lost a lot of the guys that were part of that team that won so many games a few years ago. So they're going to younger players that don't have as much experience, and younger players that don't have as much experience in the system. Takes a little while to get that stuff back.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Now here's Bazemore. Here's Schroeder. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Schroeder's got 7 points in the game.
Defense pretty solid there, but Schroeder finds a way to knock one down.
Screen by Nurkic. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Those three-pointers off the mark. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. Here's Schroeder after Ed Davis's score. They set the pick. Prince, the pass to Dedmon. It's stolen by Davis. Pass to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Schroeder kicks to Prince. That shot is off. Great tee that time from Davis. And even 3-on-3 break. And it's McCollum in the corner. Hands it from downtown. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Tough to tell what exactly happened to the D out there, but they simply don't look like they're engaged or even trying to stop their opponent.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Prince against Turner. Just 5 on the clock. Prince kicks it to Bazemore. And nothing is falling for him right now. Trailblazers leading by 3. Turner with it. Guarded now by Prince. Feeds it to Lillard. He dishes it to McCollum. Davis setting the pick for McCollum. He kicks it to Davis. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Hawks have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw. Brett, when you take a look at the Blazers roster, what's the next move they need to make to take that step up?
Well, they need a third scorer, and if Nurkic happens to be that guy, and that scoring happens to be coming from the block, it can open some things up for their offensive schemes that end up benefiting everybody on the roster.
And the second free throw, good. Portland leading. Now McCollum, 9 points in the game so far. From deep. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Dishes it to Collins. Lillard against Schroeder. Back to Dedmon. And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Ed Davis.
Gone from the Hawks are all the starters of that team that just a couple years ago won 60 games. So you have to believe if this is the time for that organization to embrace a rebuild.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. And the Hawks last season, a 5th seed, Brent, in the Eastern Conference, ousted in the first round.
Well, they have some aging veterans. They had some regressions in the wins column. They traded away a lot of the guys that were part of that 60-win team. So it's a young team that's starting to reset, rebuild, and retool.
Schroeder hits them both.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Lillard dishes to Turner. Puts it up from 12. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Turner's got his second bucket.
The jumper looking reliable here. The defense has got to crowd Evan Turner just a little bit more.
Schroeder against Lillard. Now here's Schroeder. Tight defense on him. That one goes. Count it. Schroeder's got 11 points.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Now here's McCollum. 12 points for him. And the basket by Lillard.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Schroeder passes to Dedmon. The feed to Prince. The pass to Baseman. Here's Schroeder. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Trailblazers leading by 6. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. A beautiful reverse layup. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Uh-oh, a look of showboating at the end of that one.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Coach Budenholzer comes from a basketball family. His father coached for over 20 years. It feels like he was just born into it. Definitely what many would consider a coaching lifer.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. So for the Hawks. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. And you look at Collins, one of the game's best, second in the league.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Harkless kicks to Napier. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Mike Budenholzer winning Coach of the Year in the league in 2015, leading the Hawks to 60 wins.
Well, that was the most wins in franchise history and an amazing collective effort from the Atlanta Hawks that year. No doubt a high water mark that he's hoping to surpass in the next couple of seasons and become elite in the Eastern Conference.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
The Hawks trail by 6. Defended by Harkless. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Outside, Taylor. He's covered by Aminu. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Brent, with the big payroll for the Blazers, they've gone all in to win.
Well, some of the contracts that they signed are looking a bit questionable because their general manager felt like bringing everybody back was something that they could build on. And we'll see with the extension of McCollum looming. I know they felt like it was spend it or they're going to lose somebody. So they're all in, and could be a few more adjustments to the lineup before it's all said and done.
The first one falls. And Brent, for the Hawks, you go back to the summer of 2016. How big was it for them losing their all-star, Al Horford?
Well, the rumor is there wasn't too much of a financial difference between what the Hawks were offering and what the Celtics ended up giving Al Horford. And they wanted to have him back and maybe trade Paul Millsap for assets. That all did not happen, and it gutted the team a little bit because of Horford's versatility. You could see that reflected in some of the offensive numbers from the Hawks last year.
Here's Napier. There's the dish to Harkless. There's a screen. Plumlee with some nice D.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Now here's Taylor. Pass to Plumlee. 6 to shoot. Out to Taylor. Tries a 3. Kept alive by Atlanta. A second chance effort. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Collins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Bucket is good.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And Aminu kicks to Collins. There's the screen. He feeds it to Napier. Passes it to Harkless. No good with the triple.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Portland's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. They get the rebound.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Here's Delaney. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
Here's Connaughton. Kicks to Collins. Shot to stop the drought, and he dunks it down.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
Here's the screen. Inside. It's stolen by Aminu. Here's Napier. The second effort. Collins, good. Collins has got 8 points.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Plumlee with the screen. Taylor attacking. Portland grabs the miss. Collins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Napier. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. That shot off. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Back to Plumlee. Second chance shot. And Harkless pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 4. Pass to Aminu. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Harkless dishes to Aminu. Here's Napier. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. The pass to Delaney. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Keep driving it. Get to the free throw line. Keep playing without fouling. Everybody rebound. Get a rebound. Get a rebound.
Mike Budenholzer asking his guys to be aggressive on both ends, but to stay smart about it and clean the glass.
Yeah, I mean, he wants them to get to the free throw line, but at the same time, wants to keep the other team from doing so. Really a tough balancing act.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Muscala and Plumlee the bigs. And it's Delaney in at the 2 spot. He's covered by Aminu. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
Buries it from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And Muscala kicks to Plumlee. Here's Taylor. In the corner, it's Delaney. Hawks passing it around. Taylor passes to Muscala. Second chance shot. Aminu grabs the miss. Trailblazers leading by 9. Plumlee with the steal. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Got a hand on it. Here's Harkless. They get it again. Aminu misses.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Now here's Taylor. Delaney kicks to Plumlee. No good on the triple.
That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
Here's Connaughton. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Shabazz Napier. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Taylor. Here's Lillard, just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Schroeder, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And 12 points for Lillard.
And you can see one thing about Lillard, he does not need much time or space to get a quality shot off.
It's deflected, and he gets it back. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Bangs home the trifecta. Schroeder's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Harkless on the wing. Feeds it to Collins. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. Comes up empty down low. The Hawks trail by 8. Pass to Delaney. Fires the 3. Good D by McCollum.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
He dishes it to Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
A different look now for Portland. Norkic checked in for Collins. Davis comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Turner in for Maurice Harkless. Schroeder dishes to Prince. He kicks it to Collins. Schroeder outside. Cans it from downtown. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
Now here's McCollum. Dishes it to Lillard. From 13, and the shot goes in. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Here's the thing, Kevin. When Lillard gets this red hot, no one in the league really has the skills or endurance to keep up with him.
It's Prince on the wing. Turner covering, and the shot goes down. 10 points for Prince.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Portland leading by 5. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Davis with a screen on Schroeder. Screen by Nurkic. Outside, Davis. Lets it go from 11. Nurkic can't hit. The Hawks trail by 5. And here's Schroeder. Bazemore passes to Schroeder. A beautiful reverse layup. Schroeder's got 19 points.
How about this run they're in the midst of? On the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead.
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor. And I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are.
Here's Nurkic after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Lillard dishes to Nurkic and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Great concentration on display from Nurkic to get the foul and still come away with the made field goal.
Frank, you take a look at Nurkic, young and full of potential. He's still learning how to make the most of his abilities.
Yeah, the Bosnian Bear, Nurkic, had some tough times in Denver as Jokic started to emerge, and there was talk about him sulking and pouting just a little bit. Still a young player, but the opportunity now in Portland with established stars in Lillard and a rising one in McCollum could be exactly the type of recipe for success that he was looking for.
Free throw good. Nurkic. The Hawks trail by 6. Schroeder outside to the right side. Collins kicks it over to Schroeder. He feeds it to Bazemore. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Trailblazers leading by 4. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Turner against Prince. And there's the feed to Nurkic. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, this is a fresh start for the big guy, Yusuf Nurkic, here in Portland, where in Denver he was battling with the likes of Jokic, who ended up becoming one of the best centers last year in the NBA, even up there in the Rookie of the Year running. So a midseason trade has unleashed him, a new lease on life, and we'll see what he can provide for this Portland offense under Terry Stotts.
He's off on the first. And Nurkic, the 16th pick in the 2014 draft. Denver had a logjam at that center position once Jokic emerged as their star player.
Now to give Neil O'Shea some credit, recognizing that in Denver, between Nurkic and Jokic, they could get one of those big guys, and because of their logjam, O'Shea was able to pluck away Nurkic, who was unhappy with his playing time. Portland could make a nice home for him.
And it's Schroeder missing. Portland leading by 4. Now here's McCollum. He's looking for Lillard and finds him.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Screen by Nurkic. McCollum kicks to Davis. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Credit Nurkic for his aggressiveness in shooting the ball so far in this one. He's making them count.
Free throw good. Nurkic.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Here's Dedmon. Here's Schroeder. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, at 175 pounds and lanky, Schroeder still has some strength, especially on those tough finishes.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Dedmon. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's Bazemore, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Portland the foul.
And given how athletic Bazemore is, he always does a phenomenal job drawing contact on those kind of shots.
The free throw dropped for Bazemore.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And that one, good.
I'm sure that's on the scouting report to not let him catch and shoot. With McCollum's marksmanship, that's easy money.
Now here's Schroeder. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Lillard dishes to Davis. He feeds it to Nurkic. Davis sets a screen. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Shoots over Schroeder. And it's Lillard missing. The Hawks trail by 4. Bazemore with it. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Trailblazers leading by 3. And Lillard kicks to Turner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Collins a screen on Lillard. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Schroeder's got 25 points.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Screen by Nurkic. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Back to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. Tries again. Here's Davis. Dedmon with the block.
We've got to respect the wingspan that time of Dwayne on that end. Look, you go up like that and you're a dead man.
And that one falls for Davis. And both free throws good for Davis.
A 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Davis still trying to gain the consistency he needs to fulfill his potential.
And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. Collins against Davis. Here's Schroeder. Some solid defense from Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 6. Turner passes to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. They get it back, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And if you're going to foul Davis on the shot, that's the place to do it. Don't let him get anything easy.
That free throw, no good. And he ends up missing both free throws. The Hawks trail by 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9. Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Bazemore. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Very few players, if any, score more points than Lillard as a pick-and-roll ball handler.
And Bazemore kicks to Collins. Bazemore misses.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there. That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
It's Schroeder with the drive. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
And even though Schroeder might be on the light end of things when it comes to his weight, he remains relentless driving towards the basket.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Davis setting the pick for McCollum. Davis sets a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And it's Lillard missing. The Hawks trail by 7.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Well, they're nearing that point right now. Everything would have to go perfectly just to give them a shot.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They lead by 5. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Harkless is checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He told them not to hold back. He said, I want 100% effort out there. If you can't give it, I'll get you out. No time to rest. Let's get after it. Kevin, he needs everything they've got.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
Now here's Davis. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard from outside. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged the bullet there.
Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot.
shot, gentlemen.
He sinks the clutch free throw.
Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D just all over him. The free throw to give them the lead. Just a fantastic play all around.
Now here's McCollum. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The dish to Harkless. Over Prince. And just miss after miss right now. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedman hustling around.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. Now a timeout called by Portland. They're down by 2. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this?
I really like when you run plays that have options. Get to either one and take the best shot available.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Takes the 3. Bullseye!
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.